Welcome to my drawing advent calendar. Every day until Christmas you'll get a drawing tip or a little mini drawing lesson. Click on the bell to be reminded. Have fun and a wonderful holiday season. Today I want to show you how to draw a dog nose. It's a very quick version. It's not a big nose, it's only a small nose, about 2 to 2 centimeters I would say. You can use this in a smaller portrait, for example A5 or so. So let's start. I'm creating the outline here with freehand. Let's draw the nose here freehand. So I'm sketching here the outlines of the dog's nose. Here you have always this line here in the middle. I must say every nose of the dog is different. So let's sketch in here the outlines quickly. Here you have the nose holes. If you are drawing your outlines freehand from time to time, it's useful to train your eyes. I can really recommend that, to do a short exercise freehand as well from time to time. Okay, so we have here our sketch, and then let's start mapping in the first base layers and so on. So I'm starting with the nose holes and add a black layer here with the black Pitt pastel pencil I have here. Of course you can use any brand you have. I prefer the Pitts most times. So let's map in here the first layer of black and also draw here black. Then let's blend this together with a paper stamp. So I'm using here the blending stamp. Then let's add here a first base layer with a middle blue. This is 233 of the Pitts. It's a warm gray. So I'm mapping in here this first layer. And also here around here below the right nose hole and below the left nose hole, let's map in here a little bit of the gray. And here in the middle I would apply blue, dark indigo here as a base layer. Then let's blend it with a paper stamp. Very important is the blending process of the first layers. So let's blend those layers here together. Blending is always important, so I always blend the first layer and I apply as many pigment so that all the paper color here, the dark brown color of the pastel matte paper disappears, so that I have a very smooth first layer. Here we can blend a little bit of the color here to create a smoother transition here, to draw a little bit fur around the nose. Also here we can blend this a little bit, and yes, we can let fade out this color here into the background. I'm using the blending stamp here for this. You can also use your fingers a little bit. So then when we have blended the first base layer very well, we can work on the next layer. We can then start to create details. So I will use here the black pastel pencil and draw along this line here in the center of the nose, and let's start drawing in here some wrinkles. You often see some wrinkles here around the dog's noses, so drawing some lines as wrinkles here, and let's start to build up here those little cells and light reflections we can see here on the dog's nose. So first in this size here I'm going over in a circling motion, so I move the pencil in little circles. And let's map in here a little bit of the black. So let's start to build up here the structure of the cells here on the nose. Then I would add some dots in black. Either you move the pencil here with very hard pressure, I would say, to create dots, or you turn your pencil around. You put your tip of the pencil on the paper and then turn the pencil and rotate the pencil, and then you can draw in here lots of dots to create this cell structure on the nose here. So rotate your pencil a little bit. Then I would suggest to bring in a little bit of color. A dog's nose is also never only gray or black or white, so I would bring in a little bit of color. So I bring in here a little bit of the skin color. I love to use the skin color in my animal portraits. This is 132 of the pit. So let's bring in here some skin color. Create little dots as well here. Push the pigments into the paper, and let's draw here some outlines here around the edges of the nose. So let's bring in here a lighter section, so there are light reflections. Also here we can bring in a little bit of the skin color. Let's draw some dots again. We can also use Caput Mortuum. Let's map in here a little bit of Caput Mortuum here below the nose holes. Also here we can, so I'm drawing over the layers we have created with very low pressure and bring in here a little bit of the Caput Mortuum. Then let's work with a lighter color, for example, a cold gray, a light cold gray, 230. And let's increase the highlights here, the light reflections. Let's map in here some little things with light gray and increase here the contrast and create here the light reflections. Also in this part. And then let's bring in here some lighter parts and lighter dots here on the top of the nose here. Also here we can map in a little bit more gray pigment. We can also map in here a little bit of blue. We can map in a little bit of the Carbotello light blue. Also here. Then let's work again with the black. So I would draw here again some wrinkles, and let's increase here the darker parts around the edges here below. Let's mix in a little bit of black here to darken down those areas here. Also here we can add some wrinkles and details around the nose holes. Let's draw again here some dots. Also here. Let's use a little bit of dark blue and bring in here a little bit of the indigo. We can also bring here in a little bit of the indigo. So try to draw here lots of layers and build up here the whole structure. You can add lots of mini dots here to create a more compromised texture here, structure here. Okay, then let's work with a white a little bit, and let's bring in more highlights here. A dog nose is most times should be and is wet, and there are a lot of light reflections to see. So let's work here with white now and add lots of little dots and little highlights here. So let's increase the contrast a little bit. Also here, let's bring in here some white lines, and also you can bring in here dots and all those little things. Okay, then let's use the middle gray and let's bring in here a little bit of those skin structure and build up here a little bit of the skin of the nose again and refine that, all the details and so on. Yes, it's really a short demonstration of a nose that I will do here today for you. You can of course draw a little bit longer, but it's possible to draw this little dog's nose in around, let's say, 15 minutes. So let's sketch in here a little bit of the fur structure around the nose here. Blend it a little bit. Okay, I only draw a little bit of the fur here to have a nice transition here to the background so that the nose is not flying here in the air, so to speak. Okay, yes. I think we can come to the end now. So we have here really a beautiful little dog's nose created. I hope you can follow this little tutorial and experiment and practice a little bit this small dog's nose here. Yes, I wish you a lot of fun and see you in the next video.